Oh my lord, thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I can't believe this. And just in perfect time because the past two episodes have brought me back, and we are back, and it feels great to be back. Thank you all again. On this episode, I'm just going to do a little bit of recap as well because, again, I haven't made a video for this season yet. So let's get straight into it.
Just try it.
The heck? Is he going to spontaneously combust? I'm just going to start off by saying I just don't get this couple. First of all, I think they're both crazy. I mean, he left everything to marry, but does not seem to want to get married, or he's not ready to get married. And I think she is crazy for putting up with all of his shenanigans. He has a tendency to keep questioning her faith, but I think he's the one that's suspect, as we're gonna find out later, obviously, if you've watched this episode. She just seems to really want to rush things, though. I sometimes wonder if, maybe she has a hidden agenda. But what's ironic is that he rushed to put things into motion as well, even though he's the one who's backpedaling now. I'm going to start off by saying, though, that I don't think her plan to set him up for a trap with her friend is a good idea. I feel like this has friend taking away boyfriend written all over it. As of course, we found out that he did reply to Alina's friend. So it makes me wonder, is all of this just a game for him, or is he really serious about this? I find it also very questionable that she picked wine tasting for their date, considering he's a Mormon and I, well, they don't drink alcohol whatsoever. And then we find out that he also admits that he had sex with multiple women after making promises to Alina. At this point, I wonder if she's just going to continue on with him just to mess him up in the end, or is she going to put this behind them and work towards making things work? If I were her, I would just cut, though. Like, I would have cut maybe the second episode. I think they're just too different. It's not going to work.
Buenas, señora. Cerveza, por favor.
Sí, señora.
Gracias.
So, just like the previous two, Steven and Alina, I think Ellie is also crazy. I'm not sure why she is seemingly ready to leave everything for someone like Victor who cheated on her. And now their proposed home is in ruins, and things look not only tough there, but dangerous for them in this crisis. And I gotta be honest, I do wonder if Victor is legit or not. Like, is he just using her to help repair everything now? And he's just gonna cheat again? I mean, it remains to be seen. Now, Ellie, is she gonna be ready to commit to this repair if she's unsure of Victor? She obviously is having doubts that she could handle dealing with Victor, a man who's cheated on her, and this rebuild at the same time. But, she has given up almost everything. So she should have thought about that before making this move, in my opinion. She also has to still confront him about the cheating, first of all, and will she find the right time to do so? Because this tragedy and whatnot, like, how are you going to confront him about this and when? Somehow I see this one working out in the end. I think she's going to put it behind them, and then he's going to see how good she was to him in this crisis, and then, it's going to work out. I think.
The meeting with my parents last night didn't go very well.
Well, that's quite the understatement. I can't believe that they've been together for almost a decade. It seems like it hasn't been that long. All of their problems, of course, are due to his family and ex's family. I know that Jenny isn't their ideal match for him, but really in the end, it's his choice and they should realize that. I also find that they're incredibly rude. I mean, they voice their displeasure in front of her, and they don't invite her into family gatherings and events. But, at the same time, Submit shouldn't leave her alone. Like, that's pretty sad. Can you imagine how you would feel if, your significant other's going out to an event and they're just going to leave you home alone with As he alluded to, he confronted his family and told them that not only are they engaged, but they're also planning on getting married. The mother, she overreacted big time. She had no words and she literally walked off. And then the father, being concerned with her, left as well. And I think Sumit actually ruined the celebration that they were there at because, to be honest, it was really about his brother having a kid. But I do understand, he had to bring it up. And now in this episode, Sumit's family had decided to move in with them, which is just as terrible as you would think, as they just seem to be doing this just to prove a point. And that point being that they can't coexist with Jenny.
Thank you. Esto te lo voy a regalar casi.
Oh.
Now, that was probably my favorite scene in the whole episode, to be honest with you. It was real touching. One thing I don't get about these two is their age difference. And that being said, it's not the biggest age gap we've seen in the franchise, but it's still quite there. And just like Jenny and Sumit, a lot of their issues are in-law related. Armando's family think that him being gay is just a phase, which obviously it's not. Armando is faced with the task of confirming that it's not a phase, and that he will be marrying Kenneth. He eventually does tell his parents, and his mother was hoping that this wouldn't happen as they still haven't accepted the fact that he's gay. The mother said that he has to be the one to tell his father. She wouldn't do it, so he actually did take the time to confront his father about it, and his father pretty much reacted the same as the mother, but then goes on to say that no matter what, he loves his son and will support him, but is also undecided about attending the wedding. We actually get to see a little bit of their issues as a couple as well. Armando wants to have another kid, whereas Kenny wants no part of that, and I feel like that's going to be a big talking point for the rest of the season.
Stand up. Have a seat. Oh my god. That was too much. I realized, like, oh, that's what the hole is for. Like, the smoke comes up and you're literally, like, smoking your vagina.
What the hell? That's actually a thing? To be honest with you, things seemed to be alright with these two before the season started. Issues started to crop up as the season's going on. For one, think that it's so weird that she brought her ex to stay with them. Like, I get being homesick, but that's not the way to cure that. She also had some very weird and awkward interactions with him. Binyam decided to take Ari to a holy place in Ethiopia in the last episode, which was kind of strange, and they bathed in holy water. And Ari was actually washed by a mostly naked woman for some reason, and was petrified by the cold temperature as well. The important thing is she did not like it, but she did it for Binya, which is nice to see. On this episode, however, we find out that Avi needs surgery, and the big question is, do they do it there in Ethiopia or in the US? The big problem I have with this is that she spent all of the previous season deciding if the medical system there is good or not. Maybe she's more worried for her kid, though, versus what she would have been for herself. I think maybe that's a thing. And she definitely confronted him in public about this issue on purpose. And I'm glad that he actually figured out that she did it that way so he can't react to it the way he'd like to without looking like a bum. She has him talk to her mom as the mediator, which doesn't make sense to me because how could she be unbiased when it's her daughter and grandchild as the talking point? And then the biggest punch in the gut was that she already got the ticket before even talking to him about it. I think it's quite disrespectful, and to me, it seems that she's doing this as an excuse for something else. And she's using homesickness as well as another excuse. But we'll see about that. And this is also what I've been waiting for. Let's see what the season has in store for us.
Still to come on 90 Day Fiance the other way.
Give me your hand. Now you can't take this off ever again, okay?
Promise ring?
Family.
Forever family.
That's nice.
I will come back, I promise you that.
Since Sumit's parents decided to live with us, they've made my life a living hell.
किचन में काम नहीं करते हो? No. एक सीखने की
Oh man.
होती है। वो भी ढल चुकी है उसकी। कुछ
This is exactly what I expected. That's rough.
Aww.
Do you still have feelings for Jimmy?
That's a big one, man.
You lie to me. Will you still marry
Evelyn's
me?
not a great
And you
person,
rather
so
stay with a
I just want to have a
amazing.
baby, like in vitro or something.
having another child. I think it's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big issue.
Happy is kind of like a constant war within me.
Покажи мне еще раз ту переписку.
And things get worse for this guy a bit. Let's see.
She's just a friend.
Я больше не вижу смысла продолжать.
That must be her friend, actually. What a dummy.
Thing you want back is your money you sent to me.
I
So I'm gonna give that back to you.
I never even
And then
said.
it's over.
I want to magically not be here anymore.
There's no backing back now.
It's wedding day. I did wake up this morning a little bit sick to my stomach. Don't overthink it.
His father still.
Just enjoy the moment. If he doesn't come, whatever, man.
What's it gonna take for him?
Look at this, it's beautiful.
Yes, I will be there for my son.
I'll marry you, but things take time. Don't force me, and I will do it.
You don't want to marry me. Absolutely 100% you do not want to.
Can't believe he said that.
Don't let him use you. The day you leave, he will make a decision.
I can't just.
I think it's true.
threatening to leave. I have to actually do it.
Just walk away.
It's not worth her time, man. Definitely.
You have spent the last 2 months destroying your family. God knows who you and God knows what you've been doing.
I don't want to lose my family.
I think it's her, and she's just pinning it on him instead. I guess we'll see. I cannot wait for these. Credits? Since when? Heck yeah, man. The season rebounded. I really didn't like it at first, and I didn't think it was going anywhere, but it has turned itself around. As for the couples, I think all of them are going to make it except for Steven and Alina, and probably Corey and Evelyn, let's face it. But yeah, that is all for now. Again, thank you all for 100 subscribers. If you haven't already, make sure you sub to the channel for more content. Leave a comment down there and like the video, it really helps me out. I will see you next time.